Good day, everyone. Today I'll be discussing the role of organizational culture in company acquisition. This study basically explores how shared values, leadership, and teamwork determine whether a merger or acquisition succeeds or fails. In 2024, we saw several major semiconductor companies completed mergers and acquisitions. While most attention was on financial and technological gains, this study highlights something equally vital: organizational culture. Think of it this way: finance may start a merger, but culture determines whether it survives. Production, management, and financial synergy often takes the spotlight in acquisition. But behind these factors lies the real engine of success: people and how they work together. This study analyzes how organizational culture, the shared values, communication styles, leadership, and teamwork impacts post-merger success. It reveals that companies which aligns their values and culture performs better, retain more employees, and adapt faster. Using surveys and interviews, the research also found that while financial growth is achieved, cultural misalignment can lead to communication breakdowns, employee dissatisfaction, and performance issues. In today's fast-paced business world, mergers and acquisitions, or M&A, have become a key growth strategy. Companies use M&A to expand markets, access technology, and strengthen competitiveness. But despite their promise, many merger fails, not because of poor planning or market condition, but because of cultural clashes. Organizational culture is the invisible force that guides how people work, make decisions, and relate to one another. When two companies merge, different management style, communication patterns, and values can collide, leading to resistance, confusion, and low morale. Therefore, this study focuses on understanding how culture shapes merger outcomes, particularly in industries like semiconductors, where collaboration and innovations are critical. Organizational culture can be defined as a system of shared beliefs and values that shape how employees behave. Edward Sheen described culture as a pattern learned by group as it solved problems together. Meanwhile, Gert Hofstede model help us understand culture through dimensions. These dimensions are power distance, how people handled authority, individualism versus collectivism, whether teamwork or independence is valued more, and uncertainty avoidance, how open people are to change. In an acquisition, differences across this cultural dimension can create friction. For instance, if one company encourages open communication, but the other follows strict hierarchy, employees may feel disconnected. Thus, cultural understanding becomes just as important as financial planning. Now, why does culture matter so much? Because merging two companies is not just about merging systems, it's about merging people. Let's take a simple example. Company A believes that flexible working hours improve productivity. However, Company B insists on strict schedules. When Company A is acquired, employees may resist or feel demotivated. This is what we call culture shock. Culture shock happens when employees suddenly have to follow new policies, adapt to unfamiliar management style, or work under new expectations. Culture clash, on the other hand, happens when both sides struggle to accept each other's working habits or priority. These are the silent deal breakers in many mergers. At the heart of any successful merger is leadership. Great leaders don't just announce change, they guide people through it. Leadership during mergers involves setting a clear vision, managing uncertainty, and fostering trust. Research by Swager and Denisi shows that transparency and consistent communication significantly reduce employee anxiety during integration. When communication is poor, employees fill the gaps with rumor. When it's strong, they stay motivated and engaged. Therefore, leadership is not only about management, it's about empathy, communication, and building confidence that the merger will create opportunities rather than threats. Shows that culture affects mergers, most focus on failures. Few discussed what successful companies did right. This study fills the gap by analyzing both successful and challenging integrations, identifying how pre-merger cultural assessment, leadership involvement, and employee engagement influence long-term success. This study uses a mixed method approach, combining quantitative surveys and qualitative interviews. Surveys were based on Hofstede cultural dimension and the competing values framework, while interviews gathered from experiences of both management and employees. Respondents were asked about communication, leadership, morale, and alignment after the acquisition. Descriptive statistics were used to analyze the survey data, while interview insights provided the context. The results were grouped into four areas: culture alignment, leadership and communication, employee morale and engagement, integration, and performance. Culture alignment scored high at 4.1, leadership and communication moderate at 3.7, employee morale is at very high score at 4.3, and integration and performance also high at 4.0. In short, companies that respected and planned for culture prior merging had a smoother transition, happier employees, and better results. These findings emphasize that culture is not a soft factor, it's a strategic one. When companies invest in cultural understanding early, they prevent conflicts and build stronger foundation for collaboration. High scores in employee morale suggest that people felt supported and motivated. However, moderate ratings in communication shows that there's still a room for improvement, especially in keeping employees informed and engaged. In essence, merger succeeds when leaders create a sense of shared purpose. We are one team rather than us versus them. For the findings, we propose several recommendations to ensure cultural success during acquisition. First, strengthen leadership communication. Leaders should maintain transparency through regular updates, Q&A sessions, and feedback mechanisms. Second, deepen cultural alignment. Conduct a pre-merger cultural assessment and post-merger integration workshop to bridge differences. Third, sustain employee engagement. Recognition programs, mentorship, and cross-company collaboration help employees feel valued and united. Fourth, institutionalize best practices. Create a cultural integration playbook to document all the lessons learned. Fifth, conduct a cultural due diligence. Evaluate cultural compatibility before finalizing mergers, just as you do with finances. In summary, successful acquisition depends on three pillars: leadership clarity, cultural respect, and employee engagement. This creates a foundation for a long term success and sustainable growth. To conclude, this study shows that organizational culture is not an afterthought, it's the core driver of post merger success. When two companies share values, communicate openly, and lead with empathy, integration becomes smooth, performance improves, and people feel part of a shared future. In contrast, when culture is ignored, even the strongest financial strategies can collapse under internal friction. So ultimately, mergers succeed because of people, their collaboration, their trust, and their shared purpose. Thank you, and that would be all.